Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, and welcome back to this next video. And this is the second video on the color blindness. In the last video, I've told you about the photoreceptors, about the cones, and about the rods in the retina of the eye, and how these cone cells they help you see colors. So we discussed about that in the last video. Now, in this particular video, I want to focus on the color blindness, like what is actually color blindness. If you talk about the color blindness, it is a genetic condition. That means genes that are involved, and these particular genetic condition they affect the color perception. If you talk about the color blindness, the most common form of the color blindness that is known as the red-green color blindness, and in this particular condition, the patients they have difficulty to distinguish between the shades of the red and the green. Therefore, this particular condition is known as the red-green color blindness. As we are talking about the genetic conditions, so this color blindness and this red-green color blindness that is caused by mutations in the particular genes which are known as the photopsin. They are also known as the cone opsin genes. So you are going to see the mutations in this particular gene, and these mutations are going to lead to the red-green color blindness. If you talk about the genes, you should know about their presence, on which particular chromosome they are present. So if you talk about this red-green color blindness, these genes are actually present on the X chromosomes. That would mean that the color blindness that is an X-linked inheritance. In my previous video, I've told you that there are usually three genes that are responsible to help you see the colors. One of the important gene that was known as the OPN1LW, and this particular gene was is helping you to see the red color. Now, when you talk about the color blindness, there is a particular condition which is known as the Protanopia, and in this particular condition, there is difficulty seeing red. What that would mean is that you are going to have mutations in this particular gene, and these mutations are going to give you difficulty seeing red. Another important condition that is known as the Deuteranopia, and in this particular condition, there is difficulty seeing green. And as I've told you in the last video, that the gene that is responsible for sensing these green wavelengths that is known as the OPN1MW. What that would mean is that when there are mutations in this particular gene, there would be difficulty seeing the green wavelength or the green color, you can say. And the third condition, which is a very rare kind of the condition, that is known as the Tritanopia, where there is difficulty seeing the blue color, and the mutation that are happening in the Tritanopia that are occurring in the gene, which is known as the OPN1SW, and this is not the gene for this particular locus of this particular gene is not the X chromosome. It is present on the chromosome number 7, as I've told you in the last video. What this simply means is that there are going to be mutation in the genes, in this particular gene and in this particular gene, and that is going to lead to the red-green color blindness. So if you look at the research data from the last 2 decades, what the data suggests that you are going to see polymorphism in the exon number 3 of the OPN1LW, which is actually this red one, and the OPN1MW, which is actually this particular gene. So that would mean is that most of the time you are going to see polymorphism in the exon number 3 of this particular gene. And if you look at some of the most common amino acid substitution that are happening in the exon number 3 of this gene, what the report says is you are going to have a mutation at position number 153 of the exon number 3, in which the leucine that is going to be substituted by the methionine. The other reported amino acid substitution that include at position number 171 the valine that is going to be replaced by the isoleucine. Similarly, at position number 174 the alanine that is replaced by the valine. In the position number 178 the isoleucine that is going to be replaced by the valine. At position number 180, the serine that is going to be replaced by the alanine. and position number 233, the serine that is going to be replaced by the alanine. So these are the most commonly reported polymorphism in the exon number 3 of the red, this OPN1LW, which is actually helping you seeing the red wavelength or the red color, and the OPN1NW, which is actually going to help you seeing the green color. Whenever you talk about the color blindness, you are going to see the concept of a haplotype. So, what does this term haplotype actually means? If you define this is a haplotype is a specific group of the genetic variant. So you are not talking about the individual substitution, you're not talking about the individual mutation. You're talking about a group of the genetic mutations that are located close together on a single chromosome, and they tend to be inherited together as a unit from a single parent. What that would mean is that there would be a group of the mutations, and that group of mutation that is actually transferred from the parent to the offspring, thereby causing that particular disease condition, color blindness in this particular case. So these group of the genetic variants which actually are inherited as a unit from a single parent, that is known as the haplotype. If you talk about the color blindness, the most common haplotype that you see in the exon number 3, one is known as the LIAVA. This is one of the haplotype. Don't worry, I'll explain this, what this LIAVA actually means. The other important haplotype of the exon number 3, that is known as the LVAVA. The other one is the MIAVA, and the LIVVA, which is actually a more recently reported haplotype in case of the color blindness. So what this actually means? Let me explain this one for you, which is actually the most common one. If you look at this one, this L is a single letter code for the amino acid leucine. So this L is the leucine, and this I is for the isoleucine, this A is for the alanine, this V is for the valine, and this A is for the alanine. So this is actually making one haplotype. And these particular amino acids that are present at the position number 153, 171, 174, 178, and 180. So 5 amino acid substitution, they are working as a group, they are working as a haplotype, and they are transferred from a single parent, thereby causing the color blindness in that particular individual. If you look at the second one, so this is going to be the leucine, the valine, the alanine, the valine, and the alanine. Similarly, this one would be the methionine, the isoleucine, the alanine, valine, and the alanine again. And the most recently reported one, that would be the leucine, the isoleucine, the valine, and the alanine. So if you look at this one, so the most commonly repeated amino acids, they are actually the leucine, the isoleucine, the alanine. Of course, their position that is going to be different in the different haplotype. So this haplotype is actually responsible for causing the color blindness. So what does haplotype actually do? If you look at the exon number 3, these particular haplotypes, they are going to cause the disruption in the splicing of the exon number 3. Because of this disruption of the exon 3 splicing, you are going to see the exon skipping, and this exon skipping is actually responsible for making the reduced functional opsin protein. And if there is problem with this opsin protein, you are not going to detect the red wavelength, you are not going to detect the green wavelength. And if you are not able to detect that, what that would simply mean, that there would be the red green color blindness condition. And as the red and the green genes, they are present on the chromosome number X, they are present on the X chromosome, so therefore we call that as the X-linked inheritance. Now in the next video, I'll be talking about some of the important scenarios about the genetic inheritance from the parents to the offsprings, and what are the probabilities of the transfer of the color blindness from the parents to the offsprings.